LKQ Stockton.
Civic with the Recaros.
The Civic with the Recaros. Damn. EK. So we're here to pick up, hopefully not another sludged up 2ZZ. Jeez. Hopefully. Praying that it works. LKQ Stockton.
Only clean ones. Grandma driven.
Grandma driven.
Grandma driven.
I see our engine right there. Yeah, it's that one right there, the little one. Cute little engine. That's a cute little engine. Awesome. And that is how 2ZZ should look like. Fucking honey, dude. Patience, Joseph. I'm trying to get footage for the YouTube video so I could tell the haters that you don't feel that way about me. Right? He said precaution-wise, but our tires are flat. You guys remember this video from the other 2ZZ? Jeez. So here's the engine in its glory. Sorry about the mess. Oh, jeez. Recording and doing other things. But anyways, sorry ahead of time about the mess. This is, I told you guys, this is my workstation. I don't have a fancy garage to work at. I don't have special tools, special blah, 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 anything. Literally working in my backyard. Got the spotlight there so I could get a little bit of, you know, visibility because the sun's going down rather quickly now. I'm already out. I just got off work maybe like half an hour ago, so I'm gonna go ahead and inspect this 2ZZ that I got from LKQ. As you guys saw in the video, I already went ahead and removed the valve cover and it was actually really clean. But for now, what I'm just gonna do is remove all these things that I'm probably not gonna end up using. Yeah, like all these hoses I'm gonna just end up removing because we're just gonna use the Celica ones, but I don't think I'm gonna be able to do this with one hand. So I just took off all the stuff I didn't really need for the swap. We got our flex plate right here and all the ripped hoses and connectors and adapter spacers. And my goal for tonight is just to at least mate the transmission to the engine block. That way I can, you know, kind of see already some progress being made. Got the Exedi clutch right here. It's a KTY 14. It's a OEM style clutch. Nothing too special. It's not the stage 1, but I guess the owner said he's not gonna race it as hard. So I was just like, oh, we'll just get this clutch. This one's fine. It's the same one I threw in the Phantom Gray XRS that I sold to Michael Ball that later traded it to Hector for a Celica. Anyways, that's a story for a different day. So I'm gonna reuse the flywheel bolts. They're torque to yield, correct? I know that, but I've put already 25,000 miles on my Corolla XRS with the stock flywheel bolts, and it's held on fine. And I drive my XRS pretty aggressive, actually, you know. So 25,000 miles, 25,000 miles. That's a lot if you think about it. I'm just gonna reuse the stock flywheel bolts. I could go with ARP, but those are $50 bolts, and you know, I don't think they're necessary. Knock on wood, you know. Where's a piece of wood? I guess you could consider this wood, right? Knock on wood. Jinx. Trying to go inside. Come on, come on. Let Jinx inside. So yeah, as I said, sorry about the mess. This is all my studio right here. This is my work area. All you haters out there, we all start from somewhere. We don't start from up here. We start from down here and we work our way up the ladder. If, you know, just, I started with only, what, 0 subscribers, and now I'm at 4,000 subscribers. Yeah, it took me a while, but you have to think about it. It's, I have my job and my other stuff going on, so it's like I can't really do everything together. If I have a job, I have a family to take care of, and, you know, there's no time for me to always record on YouTube. So in the meantime, settle with this. I'm gonna go get red Loctite, use that, and put the clutch on and the transmission and call it a night. So I got the flywheel bolts. I went ahead and used don't hate me for this, but I've used this before, so don't bash on it until you try it. The Harbor Freight thread locker. Yeah, it says permanent, but it's not permanent. If you look at the flywheel bolts, they have red thread locker on it, so it's like, is it really permanent at that point? So we're gonna go ahead and use this for the flywheel bolts, and this is the same thing I used on my Corolla XRS, so it's held up. So I'm pretty confident in this, and if it comes to a point where we need to take these off and they're not coming out, you could heat them up with a torch and like heat it up right here, and it will melt the thread lock and you'll be able to extract it. But from my knowledge, like, just get an impact and extract them out, and it should be more than enough to get these out. It's not really permanent. So I have the clutch already installed, flywheel as well. Flywheel is 36 pound-feet, and then 90 degree is what I read online. So the one that's for 70 pound-feet is for ARP bolts. So don't confuse yourself, people. And then the flywheel, that's at, or the pressure plate's at 14 pound-feet. I already did that. I already used the centering tool, removed it, and now we're gonna pull out the transmission from underneath the car and bring it over here and install the throwout bearing. So I already went ahead and installed the throwout bearing. It's really simple. It pretty much only goes in one way on the fork, and if it's not seated on the fork properly, then, you know, it's not gonna work right. So just make sure it goes in and out like that. Make sure to use the grease on the bearing itself, on the back of where it pivots, or the ball pivot, I guess you would want to call it, and then on the ends where it attaches to the fork, and just rub a little bit on right here on the gear, not a lot. And I went ahead and I cleaned up the housing, I guess. What would you call this, a bell housing? I think so, I don't know. So I went ahead and cleaned that up, and we're gonna mate it to the 2ZZ already. And I'm sorry that I'm doing this at night, but this car's been here. This car's been here for like 3 weeks now, and the owner wants it by December, most likely. I think he said in December, end of November. So he kind of wants the car up and running by then. So I kind of want to rush this at night when I get off work, because I don't have time during the day. But as I said, my main goal for tonight was just mating the transmission to the engine, and we're doing some good progress, and should be good to go on the next clip. So last video before I go to sleep, or actually go take a shower first, then go to sleep, but successfully mated the engine to the transmission. Very easy to do that. Here, let me get the light. So you have those two 17mm bolts on the top. You have this one and this one. Those two are the top ones. And then you have one 14mm from your starter. And then on the other side. And then you have these two 14mm on this side. And you know what's funny? Here, let me point the light towards this way because I did not know this. So, apparently all 2003 2ZZs had air injection ports. You can see right here. They're all right there. 1, 2, 3, 4. So what Toyota did is, and I didn't even know this. I kind of regret it because I kind of need an exhaust manifold gasket, but I'm probably just gonna order one from work. I don't have it on me, but the header, the stock exhaust manifold covers those ports. It covers them. And that's actually really good, you know, because I bought the monkey wrench racing kit for this monstrosity, the sludged up 2ZZ, and I was originally going to cover those ports, but the exhaust manifold that this 2ZZ came with has those ports plugged already, so I don't have to tap and die the monkey wrench racing plug kit that they sell for $10. Saves a good amount of time. I'd rather go that route than plugging it up anyways, because that takes time and you need to have concentration, make sure the valves are closed because you don't want aluminum to go into the cylinder and ruin your walls, I guess. But that's really good. That's going to save a lot of time on me. And and one last thing, the 14mm bolts underneath the engine and transmission, there's one right here and there's one on the other side. You can already see the timing chain cover leaking right here. So regardless, that's going to be a video for another day. I'm going to take it apart and just do the timing chain cover gasket now that I'm right here. And I don't know, I'm probably going to reseal this oil pan or figure out if this is just gunk that they layered on top. Like, oh, it's you know, just wherever it's leaking, just cover it with this crap. It's gonna eventually stop leaking. No, it doesn't work like that. And you know what sucks? The 2ZZ, this vehicle, the matrix that this came out of, the service records show that it was taken to the Fremont Toyota and worked on there. And if this is a remedy that they were doing back in the day when the 2ZZ, I guess, was more active on the, you know, in the era of time when those vehicles were going to the dealership all the time, and this was their remedy, that's really sad, because it's clearly the timing chain, it's clearly the O-ring from the tensioner and the whole entire timing chain cover gasket. But I wouldn't be surprised if this gasket is in bad condition and doesn't work. But praying that this 2ZZ works, like, you can see the LKQ slap their badge right there. So I'm done for tonight. I did progress. It's already, I don't know, about 8 p.m. You can see the moon's out. Oh, focus. Well, anyways, this is gonna conclude this video. I know I haven't been doing outros on my videos. I'm probably gonna have to, you know, since the channel is growing, I've been suggested, oh bro, you should do an outro, intro and an outro. But I don't know, let me know what you guys think about an intro and an outro for the channel. I kind of figured just my link, or just like my picture of my Instagram, would be more than enough for everyone, but I guess people want an intro. But also, how is it that some of you are still asking me what's my Instagram if it's literally on almost every single video, the very beginning? Like, crap, guys, come on. But another thing that I also didn't mention, the rear main seal that was on this engine looked really clean. So it didn't look like it was breaking, deteriorating, breaking down in any way. So I decided to just leave it there. This engine does have only 100K on it. So, you know, my rear main seal, my Corolla, I actually forgot to change it. I didn't remember, and I didn't realize on my XRS, and it's at 225,000 miles right now. It's not leaking in the middle. It's not. That 2ZZ has been oil free. That car has been oil free of drop underneath, and I'm proud of my work. I'm actually proud that that thing is still pushing hard, you know. And so all my haters, 1ZZ oil pan on that XRS with 25,000 miles, y'all can keep hating. Anyways, guys, thank you guys for watching.